Alright, so in the previous video, I showed you guys the preview for my custom authentication using Next.js and PostgreSQL course. So in this video, we're going to actually set up the project so in future videos, we could actually get into some code. Hold on just one second. I am offering free coaching to those of you who need help in JavaScript development, Flutter development, and most front-end or full-stack JavaScript frameworks. If you're not opposed to receiving some help, message me through Discord at 8dang. I'll be sure to include my tag below, but remember, I might not be able to help with everything, but I'll try my best. But with that out of the way, let's get back into the video. So the first thing we're going to do is open up the terminal and run npx create next app, and then we're just going to create the next app inside our directory, and then we're going to add the TypeScript flag, the Tailwind flag, the app flag, so we could have the app route, we could have the app directory inside of our project, and the source directory. So then right here, we could press enter, and then we just say no to ESLint, and if it asks us for the input alias, we say yes. So then we just press enter on the input alias, and then we wait for it to download. Alright, so once it's done installing, we're going to install two new packages, one called PG to work with Postgres, and Zod to validate the actual data. Once these packages are done installing, we're going to install the types for the PG package. So we're going to do npm i-save dev at types/pg. So this is just going to install the TypeScript support for the PG package. So then, once it's done, you can close the terminal and then go over to your browser. You can find the link in the description to my GitHub, and you can find the link to PostgreSQL.org inside the README inside the GitHub. But you could just type this URL right here. But essentially what we're going to do is install Postgres in our machine, so you can follow the instructions right here. So in my machine, I installed it for macOS, obviously. So for my machine, I just did brew install at 16 because 16 is the latest. But you can install it via any other method, but just make sure that you have the actual CLI ready. Presumably, once you've downloaded it, you could run the command PSQL and it'll work. You can see right here, it actually worked and it didn't throw an unknown error. And we could close this right here. We could go back to, and we could open up a new terminal instance, and then we're going to create a new DB. So this command comes with the PostgreSQL. So I'm going to say create DB custom auth. So then that creates the database for us. And then we're going to go here into our GitHub, link in the description, and then copy this command right here. And then this allows us to open up the custom auth database and run commands on it and create tables on it. Right here, we could copy this code right here, and I'll walk you through what this code does, okay? So essentially, we're creating a table, and the table has an ID and a user ID, a name, and essentially this ID is just a number, and each ID, each user has a different number, and each user also has a different user ID. Every user has a different name, and you can see that all of these are text, and the password doesn't have to be unique. Multiple users can have the same password. So then we're just going to press enter, and then it should say create table, and there should be no errors. We're going to go over here, and then we're going to copy this, and we're going to paste it, and boom. So essentially in this command, we're actually creating a table called sessions, and essentially like the users, we're creating an ID that increments on each row, a token which is unique to each session, and a user ID which points to one of these right here. You can see that that we have a constraint for foreign key. So then we could close this terminal by just going and pressing quit, I believe, yeah. And then this should close the terminal, and if anything goes wrong and you need to restart again, you could always run drop db custom auth, and you could rewrite the video and just follow through with the previous instructions and make sure that everything is valid. So I'm not going to drop the DB off. Obviously, if you actually have the database and it's valid and nothing went wrong, do not run the drop DB command. Okay? So as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.